YouTube, I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, typically tabletop games, but every once in a while I like to come in here at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time and just do something that tickles my fancy or interests me or is massively popular on Kickstarter right now. Normally I don't get to do it with my daughter being home and I'm a stay-at-home dad, but she's not here. She's with my mother-in-law who's now retired, which means more of the 12:30 segment, so I'm super excited about that because today we're checking out your first portable holographic display for spatial memories. So it's a portable hologram. I'm intrigued. I am a little bit curious because despite the fact it's raised $672,000 already, which is a really big sum. You look, this is $390, $356 in Hong Kong, which is smaller, $1,259, $50,000, $187. Like, this is crushing financially. However, it's sitting at 11th in popularity, and it's 200 plus overall. When I just looked at every single Kickstarter project, rated them by popularity, this was way past 200. I just stopped scrolling because it was going to take forever. I don't know why it's so low, but we're checking out the Looking Glass Go. Looking at the main image, it doesn't look like a hologram at all, and I guess maybe it's hard to convey it's a hologram. It just looks like a phone, like a screen that's propped up, and there's a picture on it. I'm not seeing the hologram here. So the main image, I'm excited because your first holographic display, like, ahoy, Biodelic. I'm excited for the holographic display, but like, I'm just was expecting more of a hologram, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just a screen. But as always, when I go in the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's what you got to convince Kickstarter backers. Let's go. Sound? There it is. All right, so we got the snazzy video, just taking a bold prediction. I have been off the horse on tech projects for a while, but I bet you what they're going to do in this video, just as per normal, is they're going to showcase a whole bunch of different people utilizing this product in a variety of different ways, and they're just hoping that one of those specific ways, or two or three of them, is going to be like, oh yeah, I might use this project in that way. That's typically what we see with hardware tech projects. Let's see if they're going to buck industry standard, or if industry standard, by God, has changed since I've been out of the game so long in tech and hardware.
Holograms from all the big companies have been stuck in headsets. That's cool some of the time, but what about the rest of the time?
Have they? Okay, I'm glad you told me that. I'm not savvy on the holograms. I'm just a casual hologram enthusiast, which I do want to mention right from the jump, because I'm sure there'll be people who see this video and they're like hardcore into the holograms. My perspective is coming from just, hey, I'm on Kickstarter. I spend $200 to $300 on a board game from time to time, and that's probably like once a month, twice a month maybe. I'm interested in this project. That's where I'm coming from, so my technical savvy, not the best. I do want to mention that.
This is Looking Glass Go, a new type of holographic display.
So it's like one of those books where it's like, oh look, I'm turning it and the wings are flapping on the bird above Minnie Mouse's head. And yes, that's an exact example of something my daughter has that I was using this morning. Okay, that's a little less exciting, but I'm excited to see the functionality here.
That works.
And it also makes me think that it's a lot more realistic. You're not showcasing something to me that's like, oh my God, that's from 22. Say, okay, this seems feasible.
Without headsets, combining the power of generative AI with holograms.
Now, I also see why they would have a hard time displaying it on the main image. So I get that now. Maybe it's a lenticular screen thingy. Lenticular, that's the word I'm thinking of.
Here's how it works.
I love the fact we're getting into how the sausage is made first.
This is what your memories look like today.
Whoa! Okay, voiceover lady now becomes personal touch lady. Dig that. I don't know if she's actually with the company or a paid actress, but either way, I dig that.
But this is what your memories will look like from now on, in the future.
I love technology, and don't get me wrong, I want one of these things, but I just had very strong Vanilla Ice comparing himself to Queen vibes. It's like, this is what they did, but mine's like tilt it this way. It's totally different. Like, that's the vibe I got there. Let me know if you got that as well.
Our software turns regular photos into spatial photos.
Cool.
We do this by using an AI algorithm to imagine dozens of perspectives of that same memory. The Looking Glass Go then projects out millions of rays of light to bring that photo to life.
Okay, I kind of love how you explain that. Once again, I'm a noob, and I feel like that was explained to me like I was 5, and that's exactly what I personally, is just, you know, a typical Joe Schmo who's interested in this technology, but not super deep into it. I think they're doing a really solid job on this video so far.
In the real world, as a hologram. If you've got a newer phone with multiple cameras, you can use advanced techniques to push the limits and do even more.
Which I imagine a lot of people do, and now we're talking. I'm even more excited. My excitement level for this project is rising the more and more we go into the video. This is great so far. That's a great shot. That one's
The
not
Looking
as
Glass
much,
Go
but still
can also
cool.
run holographic apps, including one that's very special.
What?
Because it can make ChatGPT holographic.
Okay. This was not what I was expecting. Once again, this, as someone who uses ChatGPT, I have ChatGPT Pro because I'm seeing if it's a viable thing to use for my work. This is hot.
By combining the realism of holograms with ChatGPT, now you can create seemingly impossible things. Like a holographic friend that you can practice a new language with.
So essentially, it's taking Chat. I wonder if you have to have ChatGPT. So it's essentially taking ChatGPT and putting a physical face to it. Less exciting, but still, it's cool. I would like that as someone who just sits here and I have my iPad open on ChatGPT and I ask it questions from time to time regarding different things in my work, like, oh, how many millimeters thick would 267 cards be at 350 GSM? You know, like all these just little things. I would like this. This is nice. It's not blowing my pants off nice, but it's nice.
For anyone who wants to go even deeper and make their
I
own
do.
holographic apps,
No.
we've got you covered with plugins like Unity, Unreal, Blender, and WebXR.
I know what these mean. As just a video game enthusiast, I know what these mean. Those ones cool. That's more for the tech savvy. I like what they're doing here. I really feel like this is a quality, solid video. I think they're damn well. And then Biodelic says, but this is not a new technology nor application. There are several picture frames with lenticular calculation in the market. It is not a hologram. That does not surprise me. Once again, I was expecting to have my pants blown away by what was going to happen here, and I was not. So good to know, though. That also makes me wonder what's the price of those sort of things. What this does different. Hopefully they spotlight that. A lot of time with tech projects, they'll say, here's some other comparable things, especially with 3D cameras. I see this and like 3D printers and stuff like these are what some of our competition can and cannot do. Here's what we can do. So hopefully they spotlight that a little bit better, especially for those hardcore enthusiasts who are going to pick this apart and say, that's not this is lenticular, this is the thing, that the other thing.
I'm Michelle, and I've been a part of the team at Looking Glass since the beginning.
Personal
We've
touch,
been building
or-
this stuff for a long time because we believe holograms
That's a great shot right there. Actually using the prototype. No fancy camera work. Just hey, we're going to open this and hopefully...
should live in our world, whether we have headsets on or not.
I'm trying to see what the difference here is there.
Should live in our world, whether we have headsets on or not. Say hello to Looking Glass Go.
Oh, that was the best way that they could convey how it looks in actuality. I see. Because as you can see, the fingers are poking out the side of the screen, and that's really hard to convey. If you're familiar with the Nintendo 3DS, the Nintendo 3DS had a similar issue where it was like kind of hard to really get a feel for the Nintendo 3DS and what it could truly do from pictures or videos without actually seeing it in the flesh. So I actually appreciate this shot here a good deal.
Whether we have headsets on or not. Say hello to Looking Glass Go. 1,000.
I also like the fact that I can see that it's plugged in. This is not a question that I have in my mind. You've shown me to it numerous times that yes, it needs to be plugged in. I'm sure it will get asked, and it's probably in the FAQ, but I now know that since I'm paying attention.
Holograms on your desk, in your pocket, or
Does it
anywhere
have
you
an
want to
external
go.
battery? That's my question. That's a big question. Hopefully that's answered. Made magical.
Zoom in. I want to see you up close.
This is for the creepers! This is for the creepers!
Easy, Spielberg. You've got that camera so close. I'm starting to feel like a news anchor's pores under HD. Maybe take a step back before we start counting the craters on my nose.
As I'm said right from the beginning, a lot of times with tech projects, you want to showcase all the different functionalities to all the different people and try and convince them in that last 15 seconds. They did something which I think is incredibly important, incredibly valuable, and probably has moved them a lot of units and said, yeah, you can get creepy with this thing. Especially with ChatGPT, especially if you can work around ChatGPT's limitations, which let me tell you, I'm on the Reddit. I see people doing it all the time. They're finding ways to ask ChatGPT to work around things. Yes. And I imagine that's also potentially why the engagement is so low. If you're someone who's like, this sounds hot, I can have my sexy anime girlfriend pop up as my ChatGPT assistant and zoom in and have her wear, bikinis. Like, are you really going to be commenting that much in the chat? Probably not. But I love the fact we spotlighted that. I think that video was a third of a point grade bump up on everything. I think it did a very solid job. I'm not completely convinced, but I feel like I want to know the price for sure. Very well done. This is from Looking Glass. Have I covered them? Oh, Jalop! Oh, God. Not a fan of Jalop when it comes to board games. In all seriousness, I would never recommend Jalop to anyone considering using them if you're launching a tabletop game. Period. But for tech, I want to split hairs here. I insult Jalop a lot when it comes to board games. Tech, different story. Different story. That is much more their lane. That's where they started. Okay, Looking Glass Portrait. Yeah, I think I covered that. I'm pretty sure I covered that one because that one looks so dang cool. And that one's from, 2020, pre me having a daughter. All right, so let's check this out. Do people get their stuff? This is obviously incredibly important. Dive deeper into the future we go. Hi, all. A couple of things we announced the launch of Looking Glass Go, a next-generation product that all of you in our amazing community made possible and shaped through your feedback. First things first, I want to post a mid-September update, and then we got to December. So September, October, November. So no October, no November. Then we come to December, but we're only here really because we want to sell our project. That's what it kind of looks like to me. Hopefully that's not the case. And judging by the fact there's only 4 comments, that's probably not what most people are thinking, or else you'd have more people complaining. But I am interested to see what this is in the comments. For our Japanese community, look there. I would love to understand the difference between Portrait and Go. Thanks, it's looking great. I can't wait to be able to bring an LKG with me. I'm a little concerned about the subscription model for Looking Glass Plus, and I'm curious about the integration with this. Wow, these are all fantastic questions that their customer service took absolutely no time to answer in the last month, despite the fact they said, hey, we want your attention. We want your attention. Come here. I'm going to send you an email, and I'm going to tell you about what we're going to do. Come give us more money. And then these people said, oh, that's exciting. I have a question about what you're doing. And they said, nah. We can't be bothered with that. Just give us your money. And that's what it looks like right there. So, customer service looking like crap. Hopefully, we buck that trend in the September update, and these 13 comments are half you actually responding to your customers, even though I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. I absolutely adore Earth, Wind, and Fire. So cool. I'm excited when we have a GIF, whatever you want to call it, of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Do you remember the 21st night, September, love was chasing the minds. That's one of my go-to karaoke songs. All right, this is a big, robust one. Oh, cool. Showcasing this. Is it out? Still haven't received mine. Can you send me a note at this.that? Cool. Why? I don't know why they have to do that. That's weird. I don't feel like they're going to get flagged since they're creator, but whatever. Please update ETA plus tracking numbers. We've been too long. Others got theirs. What is the rank stacking order to ship? So people 2 years ago. Still nothing received. Can you please check? I am super early bird from Shanghai and my Looking Glass factory have been shipped, but I checked the USP stuff things. Finally received my Looking Glass factory. Cool. Okay. So it looks like, let's check the comments, but it looks like most people got it. Would like to receive mine. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. This is all the same guy, though. But once again, that shows piss poor customer service on their part. And I think a lot of the times people just use Jalop as a Band-Aid. So a lot of times, a lot of these projects just, yeah. Oh, but they did get to it a year ago. Cool. Cool. They just didn't respond. Oh, no, they did. It took them 4 months. Sorry, we haven't been checking this for a while. Really sorry about that. I'm not sure how I missed your emails. Can you email me personally at this? 7 months ago, and then they're done. So they did take care of it. Cool. That actually makes me feel good. And it's the same guy. So actually, you know what? Cool. Can you do it? Yes. Because here's the bottom line. You know what I don't see here? I don't see a whole bunch of people complaining about how this product sucks. I see 2 or 3 people saying, still haven't got it. Still haven't got it. So can you do it? Yeah. I'm going with yeah. Like, this track record right here says this is what we've been working on. We're working towards something better and better and better. Let's check in 229 comments on a flaming dumpster fire. I sent 3 emails, still not answered. We're so sorry about it. If you could shoot us an email again. So eventually they do get to it. So customer service, not spectacular, but let's be honest, you want the product to work. And it looks like the product does work. So can you do it? I am thoroughly, honestly, pleasantly surprised. I'm going to go with a yes. I would feel comfortable that you would get a product and then it would actually do a lot of the stuff they're talking about here. I'll be honest with you, I was not expecting that. So do I want it? Yeah, I'm interested. Can you do it? Yeah, I feel comfortable. And then they've organized over here, so I can't complain about the organization here, which was a lot. Yeah, so cool. So 2014, we've been working with the global community, the stuff, the things. Just hit me with a price. Pull off that Band-Aid. And I know it's over here, but once again, as I always say, if you're on iOS or if you're on mobile, which is a huge portion of the people browsing Kickstarter, you do not see this without making an extra click. You don't see those prices, so just hit me with it. Hands on.
Hey everybody, Norm.
So 16.
We've also changed
6.52 million. Huge. Big numbers. Awesome. Good for them. Early bird bundle. And great, we got to the price relatively early. Fantastic. Nothing to complain about. $279. It seems reasonable. It really does. I have no clue how much holograms or whatever the hell this thing is supposed to be cost. But as a layman, I say, you know what? I spend $300 on a Kickstarter. You know, why not throw it at something like this? It comes with a battery pack, a 2-hour battery pack. You even answered the question that obviously everyone is going to have in this section. This is great. This is very well done. Price seems Kickstarter reasonable to me. Display only. Okay, if you don't want the carrying pouch and a glorified battery pack, cool. So let's be honest. The upsale on this is massive. How much do you think it costs to make this bag / get this off, you know, wherever they're getting it in mass? Yeah. So good for them. Scroll down for full reward breakdown. Okay. You hit me. Essentially, this is like how GameFound does it. This is the featured pledge. Apple filed in 2021 a patent on exactly such a screen / device, the most advanced version I have ever seen. Well, Apple's slow to the punch. They don't have it out yet. Looking Glass does, so good for them. They're hitting the pavement early, if that's an expression. You get the special transparent edition plus $49. Oh my gosh. My Nintendo circa 1999 is just itching so hard. And if you're a little younger viewer, what Nintendo used to do a lot was the go-to. It's like, all right, here's the system, but now it's transparent, or it's transparent to red. And they looked awesome. I still have one. It looks super cool. They did it for a bunch of systems, if I recall correctly. All right, new era of spatial technology. Cool. Got it. Stuff. Instant single shot holograms. All this, and this is the jalop thing right here. All this is just ripped straight from the video with a little bit more accoutrements sprinkled in there. Which normally I'd complain about. With this over here, I don't, because I can click to exactly where I want to go. Where's the shipping? It's right there. I just click on it. So good for them. This is looking like a solid project. Sean Frayne, CEO and founder. A lot of times, I want to emphasize that word, all caps, a lot of times, when we see tech projects on Kickstarter, they will put their first name. Oh, here's our team, Steve and Denise. And it's like, oh, cool. Whereas they have the full name here. You can go look them up, make sure it's reputable. Kudos on that. Little things that add up to make this look more real. Because there's so many tech projects and hardware projects I've seen on Kickstarter, and Indiegogo in particular. God, Indiegogo is a cesspool. That just like, oh yeah, right? Too good to be true. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to have...
Very still subjects.
Cool. I love what they're doing here. We're cruising towards a good grade, and I'll be honest with you, I did not see that coming. Pleasant surprise. Effective death range. I wish there was like some sort of... Ooh, okay, cool. You got the finger there. That's a great shot. I didn't see that in the video. Oh, I think that got cut from the video, but that's a nice shot, too. I know they probably went with the magnifying glass instead, but that's nice. All right, exact dimensions. I'd bump that up just a little bit. This is all great. 3.5 audio jack, USB-C. All these questions that I potentially had are answered on this page. This is great. This is great. Looking Glass stepping up the effing game. And I now want to go look at my last Kickstarter Creek for Looking Glass to see what grade I gave them. Because if it was terrible, I can't be like, well, I wonder if they saw that video. Maybe started to add a couple things here or there. I don't want to toot my horn too much. Because, you know, obviously, chances are that's probably not the case. But I will tell you, it has happened numerous times where companies have reached out to me. And not just board game companies said, yeah, we saw your video and we absolutely, we agree. I think we think we should... This is a good idea to do XYZ. Early partner kit. Ooh, access to private Slack channel with the team. That's it? Oh, you can talk to us. Am I going to get anything else special? Oh, it ships earlier. Okay. And you can talk to our team. I guess if I were thinking about making a video game or some sort of app, I could see that being appealing. I'm curious to see what that is. I'm very curious, and this is why I love Kickstarter. I'm very curious to see how many pledges that is. That's going to be very telling to me. I'll put that in my back pocket, think about it in the future until I forget about it, because I don't cover tech that much anymore. But when my daughter goes to preschool, I will. Snap-on photo frame. That's hot. I kind of wish we would have saw that earlier. That feels like something, especially for me, for the Johnny-come-lately who doesn't know that much about holographs or holograms or venticular stuff. That seems cool. Hologram Club sweatshirt. Wow. Who the hell cares? $30 soft carrying pouch. Stupidly priced. But once again, I understand why they have it stupidly priced. They don't want you to get it as an add-on. They want you to get that one pledge, the featured pledge. So, fine. These seem like terrible prices, though. This one in particular, that is such a god-awful price. Just a terrible, god-awful price. These two, both. I'm sure you could go online right now, Amazon, Alibaba, any number of places, and get these exponentially cheaper. And you know they're buying these in bulk. You know they're buying them in bulk, but whatever. It's all part of playing the game. 14 to 22 bucks. I'm solid with that price. So we're at $263 in and out the door. But surprisingly, that's not the majority of backers. Okay. Oh, because that just comes with that. It doesn't come with the battery pack and the extra kit case. This is going to be the most popular one. 8? What? Oh, extended. So there's another early bird, presumably down here, which is going to be massively popular. Because right now, neither of these pledge levels seem incredibly popular when you factor in how many people are probably here, which we'll get to that number in a second. The 2-pack, 170, huh? How many new people does this have? I'm starting to sniff something. Okay, it's not terrible. It's bigger than 10%, but okay. Keep going. I'm a little bit surprised that is our most popular pledge level. You know, now granted, it is a deal. It is a deal, especially you're saving $200 and you're spotlighting to me in my face that I'm saving $200. It's not bad. 5 of them. Okay, 24. I suppose if I were programmed, they're nice. And then 16 a here. That's $16,000. Good for them. Is that math right? No, it's $16,000. I mean, yeah, it's $15,984 if you really want to be specific. All right, 1990 a 10-pack. 4 of them. This looks weird. 50-pack. Okay. Now I'm starting to really smell some bullshit. And I don't typically like to come out that frank, but I'm smelling it. Huh. Why would you... Okay, early bird, super early bird, 974. That makes a lot of sense. 327. I would be willing to wager a decent amount of money that they're definitely pumping in a lot of money to this. And the reason I say that is exactly what I mentioned at the beginning of this video. This seems a bit off. This kind of cool project, which has 2,361 backers and $600,000 being the 200 plus. I don't know what, it might be 300 plus. I stopped scrolling because I didn't have freaking time. Being that popular, you know, you would expect something like this to be that popular because it is such a cool idea, especially from the offside. So yeah, that explains a good deal. I wonder how much they've pumped into this, which, you know, inevitably they might pull out, or I don't know what, you know, they have ways of doing stuff. Using AI, we are not raising funds for an AI tool, but for a display by which some AI-generated content may be shown. Got it. FAQ updates, comments, give this one a grade. It's still a great grade, because I'm not going to knock them too hard for pumping in money. Everybody does it. When I ran a Kickstarter, I did it. Don't tell anyone, because you're not, I don't think you're supposed to, but whatever. It's a smart idea. Is there a built-in speaker? The speaker is not built into the looking glass. Okay. I mean, if it's a picture frame, a glorified fancy picture. Wait a second. Oh, you plug in your speakers. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. Does it have Bluetooth connectivity, or do I have to... It's not the end of the world, but it's not great. Is there a built-in battery? No, but we offer a convenient external battery pack that has been designed to only works. Okay, that sucks a little bit, but I understand that's going to lower the cost a good deal. Does Looking Glass Go support content from previous generations? Yes, cool, great. That's for people who back the other stuff. Nice. Happy holidays, ha ha ha. So December 6th. December 22nd, and then we're out. We got nothing else to say to you for now going on 20 days, despite the fact that we have raised $673,000. We got nothing to say to you for 20 days. I see a massive patent infringement lawsuit incoming. like I said, they've been doing this sort of technology for a while. I covered something similar apparently 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure. I kind of want to go back and see it. So 1 comment, 26, 7 comments. So not much engagement at all. So these are piss poor updates. If you like, and I know that sounds rough, but the bottom line is, if somebody at this company sees this, they need to hear this. They need the slap in this face, this come to Jesus talk. The bottom line is, you have 2,361 people. You're talking into a room of 2,361 people. Now, yeah, between you and me and everybody who watches this channel and everybody who really looks into the numbers, yeah, it's probably not 2,361 because you're clearly pumping money in with how those pledge levels look. But you still have a large number of people conceivably here, and you got one person to talk back to you. That is a terrible update. Why? Part of the reason why you are more than 200th in popularity. Okay? Just, sorry. Come to Jesus talk. Over. Let's go. Will you be supporting the new spatial photos and videos? Cool. Once again, and I love using this analogy because it makes people look so bad. And that's what I want. I want Kickstarter to be better. And the way to be better, sometimes, at least in my opinion, is to name and shame. This company just talked to a room full of 2,361 people. One person from that crowd said, hey, I got a question. Will you be doing this thing? In your update, specifically in your update that you sent to my email because you wanted my attention. Now, this one person has a question that I imagine is relevant to a large percentage of the people that are using this, and you could not be bothered to respond to it. What the fudge is more important to you as a company than your one Kickstarter project that you have running right now, which has raised 67% of $1 million? What is it? Because that is piss poor customer service. That is a full half grade point bump down. Shame. Go step up your game. Not responding for 17 days is one thing on a project that is over. But when it is your only project that you have, that is terrible customer service, and you should feel shame. Maybe that's a bit too far, but sometimes you go a bit too far, as we'll talk about in the next 1:30 live stream, where I got Game Found to listen. We'll talk about that in, 30 minutes. But yeah, let's get to the comments. I'll take my victory lap then. Hi, sorry if I wasn't clear, but I do need a dedicated, hey, look, 19 hours ago. So they are responding to the comments at least. Great. It'd be nice to have it automatically pull images from the Looking Glass display. So, okay. So good customer service in here, which makes it so inexplicable that you're like, should we check the updates? Nah. Which then makes me say that's either incompetence, that you don't know that you should check the updates, especially considering I'm pretty sure you get notified when you get anyone who has more recently than me ran a Kickstarter campaign, I'm pretty sure you get a notification of some sort when someone comments on an update. Fill me in on that one. Pretty sure that happens. But that means you either chose to ignore it, or you were too incompetent or lazy, or I don't want to fill in the blank here, but you have one comment. It's not like there's a list here. It's not like it's just, oh my gosh, it's gloom and doom. There's 50 comments here and I have to get to it, and you put it off. It's one. It's one comment. God, poor customer service really grinds my gears. Which is once again why Bauer's Game Corner does not do much in the term of customer service anymore, because I provided very poor customer service for a long time on Bauer's Game Corner. So I know a lot about poor customer service, dagnabbit. All right, final grade for Looking Glass go, because the bottom line is most people are not going to be looking into the customer service and the updates and all that sort of stuff. Do I want it? Yes, I do. I am intrigued. The price seems reasonable to me. Now, granted, I'm sure if I did a bunch more research, which I don't want to do, because I just want to throw $300 and have a cool little hologram with a picture frame that I can put on my desk, and everyone will walk by my desk and say, oh, that's cool. That's so neat. Where'd you get that? And say, oh, I found it on Kickstarter. That's what I want. That's what you're providing. You have the track record, which you spotlighted a little bit. I think it could have been spotlighted better, but do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Surprisingly, very pleasantly surprising, yes. You seem to be able to do it, and I don't feel like you've overpromised here. I don't feel like anything you showed me is like, oh my god, there's no way they're going to be able to do that, which if you go, I bet you if we went through the top 10 hardware projects on Kickstarter right now, at least 4 of them I'd be like, really? Is anything to do that? I don't feel that. That's a good feeling. Can you do it? Yeah, I'll give you the nod. Then how much is it? It seems reasonable. Video was very solidly well done. The main image, it's fine. It's not great, I don't think, but once again, I understand why not. It's kind of difficult to put a hologram on this picture. Like, it would be difficult to do. Did they Wait a second. Did they edit out? Did they edit out the chord right there? Let me see that. We'll zoom in. I think that's the chord. They made it blend in with the background. Either way, I think it's a solid grade. B+. Biodelic, worried a little bit about a massive patent infringement lawsuit. That's not the kind of thing I worry about. I would do more research on that type of thing if it does worry you, because you don't want to get out $300. But for me personally, I see the fact that, oh yeah, they do stuff like this, and people got it. This is just a different version of that, even though it looks way different on the front. Yeah, I'm thinking of a B+. Go, like, how do you do? And I even gave that preface. I believe Jalop is hot garbage if you got tabletop games, but when you get to hardware, when you get to tech, that's much more their lane, and I think this is a rock-solid project B+. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Looking Glass Go. And hey, Looking Glass people, if you see this video, holler at your boy. I'd be more than happy to make a video on this. This looks badass. And as always, if you enjoyed the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to reach 30,000 subscribers in 2024. I actually should probably update what number I'm trying to get to, but honestly, Powers Game Corner's been on the back burner a lot, except for Kickstarter stuff, just because working a lot. But let me know in the comments below what's your final grade. As always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.